So in both settings, we need to ask the children that use the library and the librarian what they want to see if money was no object. Because I'm pretty sure it would be a little bit different because I'm not using it every day. Right? They're using it every day and they know what they're having to go outside of the school building to get for the kids that we could have right in the school building. Or maybe do we have a library that's operated differently in the schools than it is in the city? Maybe they need to be operated in the same way.
My name is Alex Lopez with Corrigan Clark Architects and Issues in Education. And with me, I have Ms. Twiggy Billue. Did I get that right?
Commissioner Twiggy Billue.
Commissioner Twiggy Billue. Well, that takes some very, very strong commitment, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
How is the work that you're doing at the Syracuse School District?
We believe that we're doing some good work at the Syracuse City School District. I'm a first-year board member. I'm only in my 11th month. But I worked really hard for this, and I'm enjoying myself.
Getting your feet wet, huh?
Yes, I am.
All right. And so, did they double your salary yet?
Unfortunately, not.
No. Oh my gosh. Well, again, thank you so much for volunteering for the community.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's here, I mean, the work that the Board of Education members do across the nation for public school districts is to be commended. It's hard work. Pretty thankless sometimes, and so, but somebody has to do it, right? Somebody has to sacrifice.
But the reward is seeing the smile on those children's faces in June as they walk those stages.
Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, you're doing it for the babies, aren't you?
Doing it for the babies and the staff.
I've been an architect for 26 years, and all I've ever done is school design, and I love it. My wife's an educator, my daughter's an educator. And so, I'm very proud of that. I tell that to everybody, because I know what some of the people that you're representing, are going through, and so it's important to recognize that, and that it's hard work what you do. It's hard work. I learned in a library, right? What is a perfect media center, library, the learning information center, innovation center, all of these different names for the heart of a school, really. What does that mean to you, and how would you design it if money was no object?
So if money was no object, it would still be La Biblioteca or the library, because that's what we've raised folks up on. But within that, there's a media center. There's not just a media center, there's a place for you to go and learn how to film, edit, and produce within there, right? We have something similar to that in Buffalo, New York. At a library that's located, Frank Merriweather Library, located right in the middle of African American community, wanted to pay back some of the stuff that folks had lost or never gained. So putting that media center right in the library, right, gave folks the opportunity that I don't have to go to college necessarily to get my introduction to film or to recording or to doing interviews. My own husband took that course. And they went through like the cable company to get it produced on the cable access channel. So having those media centers embedded in the library is another thing. Then having, so in our district, we have one of the first Black astronauts that graduated from our district, right? So within within our library, do we have a historical section, right? Do we go all the way back to Jermaine Logan and bring you up to her? And are we increasing it as it goes on? So now kids can see themselves reflected in the people that came through the school district, not the school, but the district per se, the city, and actually see themselves pertained in it. I want to see more about Egyptian heritage. I want to see more about Mayan culture, and the library is the exact space to do it. We have a library that is in one of our middle schools that was renovated by a church. The church took the time to put African culture in, Mayan history in, Latino history in, Mexican history in, and it just kept going on down the line to when it got to we have the aeronautics program, right?
Mm-hmm.
We have the astronaut. When it got to aeronautics, the whole computer lab is shaped like a spaceship.
You're kidding me. That
And when
sounds
the kids
awesome.
go in, they get to see some of these. They're not really knobs that work, but they get to see and hear what astronauts use. Now, where else are they going to get this from if we're not providing it?
You have to underline, and you have to make sure that you elevate your history and where you came from, and the struggles of the people that came before you, and you have to figure out a way to honor them. And so doing that in the library is a great concept.
And in my high school, when I was a kid in DC, we were to pick a book, and that book would become the play. It all started from the library, though. Get what I'm saying?
It's a center of knowledge.
So, and a lot of times we're not using our librarians for what they have been enculturated in, right? They know where to find the history at. They know what to tell you they need. Normally, it's not the librarian planning for the library in a school, right? It's the principal. It's other people in the district.
You have to involve the librarians in it.
And I would say also in both settings, we need to ask the children that use the library and the librarian what they want to see if money was no object. Because I'm pretty sure it would be a little bit different because I'm not using it every day, right? They're using it every day and they know what they're having to go outside of the school building to get for the kids that we could have right in the school building. Or maybe, do we have a library that's operated differently in the schools than it is in the city? Maybe they need to be operated in the same way. So just some.
I'm gonna tell you right now that this is one of the first times I've heard somebody defer to the end user. Let's ask the librarian.
Wow.
I would add to that. Let's ask the child.
That's what I said.
Let's
too.
add the student, right? And so I agree 100%. I think that those are great concepts, and thank you so much for sharing those with us. And thank you so much for
I felt like I was
sharing
just
your
sharing
time.
it with you, though. Just so you know.
You're going to be sharing these with all of our viewers, and so thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for doing what
Appreciate
you
your
do.
time. You're a rock star.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
are you.